So they say simplify the following expression full, which is 1.1, which is worth 3 marks. So this is a multiplication of a binomial with a what? With a trinomial. It's going to be very, very easy. So this is going to multiply here, which is m multiplied by m is going to be m cubed, and then m multiplied by this one. So this is the same as m, which is going to be multiplied with negative 6mn. So remember, when we are dealing with this something, there is an invisible 1 here. So this one is going to be multiplied here. We're going to have negative 6. I'm explaining to those who don't understand this type of stuff now. Then m is going to multiply that one is going to be m squared, and the n, there is no other variable that is the same that has to be multiplied with n. So just going to keep it the same as that one. So here we're going to have what? Negative 6m squared n. So also we have to do the same thing. M have to be multiplied with negative n squared. So this is going to be negative n squared. Since they are not the same, this type of letter, so we're going to have negative n squared. So we're going to do the same thing also with the other letter that is there, which is this one. I'm going to take this negative 2 and multiply it with negative m. So this is negative 2n multiplied by m squared. So there is an invisible 1 here that makes it, when we multiply it with this, we're going to get negative 2, and then n and m, there is no other variable that the same like them. I'm just going to keep it the same. So I'm just going to have negative 2nm squared. So I'm going to do the same thing also with this one, negative 2, which is negative 2n multiplied by negative 6mn. So first we're going to start with the numbers. A number multiplied by a number and a variable is multiplied by a variable. So this is going to multiply here. Negative 2, negative 6. What do we get? Negative 2, we're going to get positive 12. So we're going to have 12. And then n multiplied by this one, we're going to get n squared. And then this m, there is no other m that can be able to be multiplied with on the other side. So we're just going to keep it the same like that, So this is the same as plus 12. Look at what I've left here. Plus 12 n squared m, So going to multiply the last one with this one, which is going to give us positive 2n cube, so this is negative 2n multiplied by n squared. So this is going to a squared, this is going to give us cube there. So next what we're going to do is to add the like terms. What are the like terms here if you just pay attention? So this is the like term of what, of which one that have m squared. These have the m squared, and this one is the like term of this one. Why? Is because these two terms there have what? And don't forget this kind of stuff, because here there is an invisible 1, which you don't need to write it, but yeah, it is there. There is an invisible 1. So we have to add these like terms that are here. So basically what we're going to have here, so we're going to bring down those kinds of terms that does not have a like terms, just write it down the way it is. So we're going to have m cube. This one does not have a like term, so we're going to add the like terms. So the like terms is negative 6m squared n. And someone can be able to ask himself, how is these two terms the same while they don't start with the same thing? These two letters are the same. Why? Is because this one we can be able to write it as negative 2m squared n. And why do we do so? Is because look at this. 2 multiplied by 4 is the same as 8, and 4 multiplied by what? By 2 is the same as what? As 8. So multiplication does not discriminate, whenever everything that you start with is still going to get the same thing, So hence we have these are the same, are the same. We can also be able to write them as negative 2 and negative 2m squared n. Still the same thing. Multiplication does not discriminate. Remember, when something is like this, when we have something like this is the same as m multiplied by x, So multiplication does not discriminate on this type of stuff. So negative 6, negative 2. What is negative 6, negative 2? Negative 6, negative 2, we get what? We get negative 8. So this is going to give us negative 8. Let me just explain for those who don't understand. When we add the like terms, what we add, we're just going to bring these two down, which is negative 6, negative 2, which is going to give us negative 8. And we write it this 2, which is m squared n. So we're going to have negative 8 m squared n. Is that clear to you? Perfect. So what we're going to do is to add the other like terms, which is this one. Look at what I've done here. This one and also this one. So we're just going to bring them down the way it is. Here, this one is negative. It's negative 1mn squared, which are going to say plus 12n squared m. And you might be also wondering why are these like terms, because these terms are not the same. They are the same. Multiplication does not discriminate. Yes, we can be able to write this one like we say n squared. It's still the same thing as this, perfect. So here what we're going to do, just have to just say negative 1 plus 12, negative 1 plus 12, we're going to get positive 11, so this is the same as negative 1 plus 12, which are going to get 11 for this one. So I'm just going to take this one, which is mn squared there. So I'm going to have plus 11 mn squared, perfect. So this is one is for adding those kinds of like terms that are there. So the last one, which is this one does not have a like term, as you can see there, so I'm just going to write it the way it is. It's going to be plus 2n cubed, so this is how we solve this. As you can see, there is no other like terms, then we're going to just leave it there,